Welcome to the sixth session for the 2023 National Weather Service Milwaukee Sullivan Storm Spotter training sessions. This one, we're going to talk about the different ways to report the severe weather to our office, the ways that you can communicate that to us. So, if you're on social media, we have Twitter and Facebook that are options to communicate with us. If you're on both, it's best to use Twitter because we can have TweetDeck Audible alert us whenever we get a new report. So all you got to do is mention at NWS Milwaukee. So it's good for pictures and videos. If you are on Twitter, you can look at the hashtag WIWX for anything that's getting posted there as well. But something to just be aware of is that there can be a lag in the amount of time where it takes for us to get reports through Twitter. So it's not the fastest way. There's a lot of other different um, ways that you can get us information, but this is a nice, good follow up area to get pictures and videos to us. Facebook, we know more people are on Facebook. The one issue we have is just that it takes us to physically hit the refresh button to be able to see any new reports that have come in. If you want to communicate with us, Messenger's typically pretty good to where we can have a back and forth conversation and ask you questions. Another thing that's good to do is if we put a post out to say, hey, we're looking for storm reports from a certain area, um, or when the warnings are going on, if you want to post something to our page, people see you posting that image of the tree that's fallen down or the large hail that's happening. That's a confirmation source for them when that storm is coming their way. So that's another option for posting information as well. Our phone number, 1-800-545-8197. This is for reports only. Please don't use this to call and ask for a fishing forecast late at night or something like that. We only have so many lines that go into our office, so we really appreciate getting a storm spotter to call us and report what they're seeing. We try to keep these open, particularly for tornado situations, because we want to have that conversation very quickly and be able to ask questions about what they're seeing there. So if our meteorologists do ask you questions, don't be offended. They're just trying to gather more information about what you're seeing and your confidence and what's occurring there, because we want to just make sure that we're getting the information we need to be able to issue warnings and let people know what's coming their way. So anything that's severe weather, you can call it in, but there are different options for you to be able to report to us if this phone number doesn't work for you. MPing is a free app that you can download. It'll geolocate your location and it'll tell you where you are, and then you can send a report in that way. It's really good for hail and precipitation types in the wintertime. Doesn't really help to do tornadoes here because it does come in as an anonymous report, so we can't follow up with you on what has happened there. So it's a free report, free thing you can do. If you have the Radar Scope app, you can use to report through that as well. So a good tool for hail to be able to report to us, particularly the smaller hail ones where we might get a ton of reports of pea-sized hail. Might be better to just report them through this app. Online, you can go to this, so the submit a storm report page. That again will do the geolocation for your report. What I like to do is use this website and I put it on my browser and my phone, and I can save that as something that looks like a weather app. What it looks like is something like this, where you can put in the time of the report, the date, what it is you're seeing, and then some. There's some comments here, the details. Be sure to put in trained weather spotter or just trained spotter in there as well. That's very helpful for us when that gets put in there to know that this is a legit report and not just somebody in the public sending us information. So like I mentioned, you can do this where you add this to your phone's browser. I just click on the share button and then add the home screen. That puts it on there. You'll get to this page where the location, when you're using it, you can use my device's location, or you can type in the address, and you'll see the little black dropper here that will pick your location and make it so that you don't have to tell us, hey, I'm 2 miles west of Dousman or whatever it might be. Amateur radio, this has been a long-standing group that we've worked very closely with for getting storm reports quickly into our office. Here's some of the contact information for the counties that we have in southern Wisconsin. So if you want to participate with this, highly recommend touching base with the contacts that you see there. CoCoRaHS, if you like measuring small amounts of rainfall or any sort of rainfall, you want to know if your garden's getting enough rain, you can do this as well. There is an app that you can use as well, which really helps. If you go out to your rain gauge in the morning, then head off to work, that's a perfect thing to do. So people normally will send in their reports around 7 a.m. or 8 a.m. in the morning. You can send in significant weather reports through this as well. This will actually get to our workstations. So if you go out and you measure a certain amount of rainfall, be sure to include how long that rainfall occurred at your location. So that's very important. And then also remember to report that again in the morning, because this information is very highly used by us and the River Forecast Center that does all the river forecasts for us.